Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim and her pushing his gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Lord willing, fall upon your houses. So Brother Quanawath come back at you, Lord will. With the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will, just straight to the point. It's going to be a quick one, man. Really just a, World War III update, because again, we are in the time of war, right? We understand first and foremost that Jacob's trouble, right, has to pop off before, right, World War III can fully, take hold, right, and really, nuclear missiles be shot off. But nonetheless, right, we're still in the, we're still in the time of war, and this war, right, World War III, which is a war to end all wars, is still being, fuel is still being added to that fire, man, right, between, these nations, With that being said, I found this article, right, on naturalnews.com. It says, Israel threatens to drop nukes if U.S. stops sending free weapons to the murderous, Zionist regime, man. So, Israel, is throwing really, a little bit of a fit, man, which Esau is known for acting like that, man, right? Going back, Genesis, the 27th chapter, right? When he was asking to be blessed, right? Because, Israel, or Jacob, received the blessing, of the firstborn, right? Which is the promises of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the blessings to come, right? And he ultimately received, just, the fatness of the earth, which we has today, right? Esau's in rulership, right? He's on top, and when, ultimately when he didn't get what he wanted, what did he do, man? He basically kicked and screamed and cried and, basically threw a temper tantrum, man, and Esau's doing it again, throwing a temper tantrum because he didn't get what he wants. So it just shows you that Esau, that's just his, his character, man, right? Esau is really just a fucking child, man, Well, let's get into this, right? It says, in yet another temper tantrum, there you go, right? In yet another temper tantrum, the welfare state of Israel is threatening to start nuking its targets if the United States stops supplying the Zionist regime with weapons, right? So we're saying, hey, if you don't give us weapons, hey, we're just going to nuke, we're just going to nuke, right, all our enemies, man, all its targets, right? It says, Israeli MK Nassim Nefertari, a representative in Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's ruling Likud party, issued the threat in an unsubtle way, invoking the perceived threat of Iran retaliating against Israel for bombing its embassy in Syria, right? And Biden ultimately came and said not too long ago, right, ultimately condemning, right, Netanyahu's actions, man. When dealing with Gaza, when dealing with, this whole Iran situation, which is ultimately just a ploy, right, to, sit here and make it look like, they're against Israel's, decisions that they've been making and actions, right, when in reality, America's been backing Israel this whole time, man, right? So it's really just bullshit, man. These damn devils are, on the same side, no matter what they say, no matter how they make it look, right? It says in the event of a conflict with Iran, if we do not receive American ammunition, we will have to use everything we have, Vittori said. So they're saying, hey, it is what it is at this point, right? We're gonna have to use what we got to use, right? Which we know is, again, nuclear, their nuclear arsenal, right? It says, in other words, unless the U.S. continues to supply free weapons and ammunition to Israel in order to bless the Zionist regime and thus not be cursed, according to a bastardized interpretation of Genesis 12:2, then Israel will have no choice but to start dropping nuclear weapons on its enemies, man. You know? So they're going to the extreme, man. You know? They're going to the fucking extreme. It says related. It says Israel seems eager to unleash its infamous Samson option of nuclear obliteration on the people of Gaza, right? Which again, you know, is just their, you know, I guess their code name, right, for using, for using nuclear weapons, right? Just like, Project Bluebeam, you got what is that other one? There's many of those different projects, man, So basically, again, it's just like a code name, right? For the use of nuclear weapons. It says Israel wants, Israel gets, right? So in the past years, this kind of dangerous rhetoric would have been accepted without a second thought. After all, Israel always gets what Israel wants, thanks to the "I will bless those who bless you" Trump card. But will it fly this time? And no, it's not, right? It's already not flying, right? These nations are really just pissed the fuck off, man. Because again, as it says in Jeremiah 15, verse 45, the least of the flock shall draw them out. So, in which we know the least of the flock is, these 1948ers, the Israelis, right? The small hats that are over there, And again, by their actions, they have ultimately drawn out, right, the skirmish, right, between America and Iran, right? They've drawn out, this situation between Israel itself and Iran now, And again, you got a lot of these nations, man, a whole shit ton of these nations that are condemning Israel for their actions against the Palestinians, and Israel doesn't want to stop. Right now, they're going to the extreme. Now they're saying, hey, if we don't get what we want to continue to do to these Palestinians what we want to do, then we're gonna drop nukes, man. Which is heavy, So nuclear war is being threatened, right? It says the Biden regime is talking a big game by pretending to reprimand Israel for war crimes, right? Which they recently did, right? It says all while continuing to shovel U.S. taxpayer dollars, weapons, and ammo into the Zionist arsenal. It would seem, though, that Israel is getting nervous that U.S. support for its war crimes is waning. Otherwise, Venturi would not have issued such a threat. That's right, And, America itself is falling, right? America's economy is falling. So as far as, America's ability, to be able to put, cash in certain areas, to support whoever is, ultimately that ability is going to start, decreasing, But nonetheless, we know that America, is constantly going to be printing money and sending it out, right, which is all part of their plan, right, to destroy the dollar, right? All roads lead to the ammo, to the TB, which we know, again, right, Jacob's trouble has to happen before World War III can pop off, right, where we're still in the time of war, right? It says, known as the Samson option, Israel's nuclear last resort of sorts is another trump card that gets played by the Zionist state whenever extortion agenda runs into any kind of roadblock. It is always something along the lines of give us what we're demanding or else, right? Says Jewish media pundit Mark Levin explained on Fox News that Venturi's threat indeed points to the use of the Samson option, which would strike not just Iran, but the entire world with nuclear weapons, right? It says in short, the Samson option is Israel's last resort panic button to set off a global nuclear holocaust in the be all end all of temper tantrums over not getting what it wants, right? So again, Israel is just kind of, laying on their belly, kicking their legs, flailing their hands, crying and screaming, man. That if they don't get what they want, hey, they're gonna, ultimately press the button, which, hey, Lord will. We understand, again, Jacob's trouble has to happen before this situation pops off. Hey, but hold on, man. We want this thing to speed the hell up, So, hey, Lord will, Jacob's trouble can pop off. And immediately after, right, World War III is going to take place, man. Right, because, again, this situation, right, that's going on between Israel, and Iran and America, right, it can only get worse. It can only get worse. It might subside a little bit, right? Because, again, Jacob's trouble has to happen first, right? It might die down a bit, hey, but it's going to fire right back up, man. right? Some event is going to take place, right? That's ultimately going to spark it right back up. If it does die back down, something is going to happen, because again, it is prophesied, right, that World War III, would happen, right, all throughout the scriptures, so keep an eye on this, man. Keep watching, and again, right, just to see where this is ultimately going to go, because it very well could, heat up very, very, very much, man, But I just want to close out with this scripture, man. I don't want to make this too long. It's more of just a quick update, through the Spirit. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14, KJV. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Now those woes, right, are going into those world wars, right? We have World War I, World War II, which is the second woe, and quickly approaching, right, is World War III. Like it says right here, behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right? Which we know, again, is going to be the war to end all wars. So again, keep your eye on, this whole Israel and Iran thing, Iran and America, right? Because again, it's only going to continue to get worse, Lord will, So with that, Lord will is at a final word. Lord will is straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rechach, double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, the great millstones. Till next time I say shalom.